So there's 4 stages to this methodology, and I promise you it's simple. And I'm also not going to stand up here and say, this is what you've got to do. You've got to get an extra 2 hours sleep. You've got to meditate 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon. You've got to be running in the morning, yoga in the afternoon. I'm not going to tell you that. Cadence is simple. It's just a slightly different way of thinking about the role of well-being within a high-performing culture. So here's what Cadence is all about. The first step is predict. The question I'm going to ask you to reflect on in a second is, when are your Wimbledons? When are the big events coming up for you, professionally, but also personally? Second step is prepare. How will you build your bulletproof? What small changes could you make? What daily non-negotiables could you bring in that get you ready for these big events and keep you ready? Third phase is perform, but respect your red flags. So let's make sure we're not hurtling towards a goal, but ignoring the telltale signs the body sends that we're going a bit too quick. And then the final phase of Cadence is recover, because backing off beats burnout. But it isn't big chunks of time. It's what I call slivers of recovery. I spend a lot of time in front of cameras and on stages, and I know when there's a camera, and we did not look that happy, I can tell you. Can you see the elevation in that picture? That was a 2-kilometre stretch with skis on your back and you're just walking up. But I spotted the camera and I went, right, Antonio, eyes on, there's a camera over there. And we transformed our images. And also, while I'm in the gym, I'm having a look at these athletes, these men and women training twice a day, 6 days a week. And they're training to a very high level, of performance. And I thought, well, that's interesting, isn't it? That they can maintain this high level of performance, but they don't seem to burn out. What is it that they're doing a little differently? Delivery chap is delivering this. It's a big box. It's not heavy, but it's a big box. And he's like, breathing it, taking it down the garden path, putting it down in front of me. I open it up, and I haven't bought cat slippers. I've bought a cat bed slipper, a completely useless piece of pet furniture. While she was explaining this, Sandra said the most important part of land stewardship is rest. The land cannot regenerate if it isn't given a chance to recover. And honestly, that was a drop the mic moment for me, because I cannot think of a better metaphor for the work that I've been doing in well-being, as I say, over the last 12 years. But I don't think I would have completed it if I hadn't had that hug with the Inuit lady, with that volunteer. It gave me what I now call a sliver of recovery, that little bit of headspace to contemplate taking the next step, and then the next step, and ultimately getting it done. And sometimes in life we have just got to get things done. Now recover, because backing off beats. My work is done. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Don't believe me, just watch. Thank you. Don't believe